You guys have been in the Underdark now for several days, traveling further down with the helps of the Ashen Table to assist with disrupting something that's happening. From what you've learnt, it seems Illithids have obtained somehow one of the books which you guys have seen previously, which opened a rift to some place to bring something through. You've made it into their sanctum, what looks to be some type of sealed chamber, which you managed to get your way through. You've now met up, and you wanted to explore the cavern some more. You looked around and noticed all the walls that you had spotted in the ceiling were all very worked and smooth, covered bit by bit by erosion and other materials that had grown and sedated over the top, but the structure of the chamber is very unnatural from what you've seen. However, your exploration came to a halt when you realized you had to head back, and Seren spotting something in the distance, a fracture in the air, which immediately alerted you all to having a sense of a possibility of a rift, and so you headed towards it, contacting those within the hideout created by Arkan, which Senator you would be at. You guys are heading towards the fracture. Are you doing this sneakily, or are you gonna just full out bolt towards it? I don't remember.
I think we said let's book it. That's what
Yeah,
I
I think
remember.
I think we were just going for it because trying to get Seren to not run towards something is impossible.
All right.
So we might as well all be there.
Yeah. From what you've seen,
Like,
the creatures in the area you've mostly kept away from. You've seen a few of them that spotted you, but you dealt with them rather quickly. And without any bodies around, the sturges that are swarming around for the air don't seem to be paying direct attention to you at this point. They seem to be satisfied from the previous engagements in this chamber. So you guys dart forward through the bone fields towards this apparent fracture that Seren spotted. Seren, you're leading the way on this, and you can see it very clearly enough. It's not large in any means, and none of you can really see it until you're about 150 feet away from it. And it's not a rift by any means. Looking at it, it is very much a pane of glass cracked with a spider web going across it, of just this dark lining, which is hard to spot. You have to kind of shift your eye movements just to even ascertain where it is, considering there is no light in this chamber apart from the very faint hue coming from the eastern direction, which you've been told is their home. How do you guys want to proceed on this?
Since this is a crack in the universe, can I do a perception check for Karen Gillen, please?
Unfortunately, you only find Matt Smith. You can still do a perception check if you want, though.
I would like to do a perception check, yeah.
Go for it.
Look at my character sheet. I think that's perception.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That was so close. 11. Apart from seeing this crack, there isn't much around. It's not even that large either. Looking at it, it's only about, you would say, about 20 feet in length. And its width is barely anything, probably only a couple of inches. and it's just this black line.
And it's just like completely black. It's not.
You haven't looked around it
or-
really. From this angle, it looks flat.
Okay, but it's not like radiating light or anything like that. And
No,
nothing's come out.
it is very much a crack in space.
Well, it's not an item, so I can't really help, guys.
The thing that's just occurring to me now, which is like probably something that should have crossed our minds earlier. How much did Wilbur ever tell us about what he did? Like in terms of specifics, because we know that he was part of an order that finds bad things and locks them up, because he explained like the vault and the book and stuff.
Not really anything else than I said.
Yeah, that's about it.
Was there anything specific about like? I remember he explained something about like the area around his base where he grew up, and like
there was several rifts that spawned around Devil's Landing.
I was
Yes.
trying to remember if he mentioned a specific plane or anything. Like
it was the Astral Sea.
It was the Astral Sea, was it?
Yeah. Yes.
Mostly coming across from the ocean itself, but it did spawn around the city as well.
I think he never did bring it up, but it probably is like an event that is like common history.
It's kind of known, and he did bring it up. So
Yeah, I was thinking about the thing that when like a blood cloud opened up top of like Devil's Landing and was basically a rift on top of the I said it.
he did mention, several rifts had opened around. So those do happen.
I was trying to. For some reason, I thought like Abyss.
Well, you knew. Well, you do know just generally, being from Berlin, that demons do come across the ocean. Which are abyssal, so.
And Wilbur also told us that his order, I don't remember the name of.
He didn't say.
Good that you don't remember.
Yeah, protects against stuff like that, or tries to.
Yeah, well, that's
contain
what I
them.
was thinking, because I just remember the other day.
The other day.
I guess earlier today we were talking about I think with like the Ashen Table we were talking about it about LOL, and they were talking about the Demon Lab pit in the Abyss.
That was literally last week.
That was it was earlier today.
Yeah, there you go.
It was a very important conversation that I paid attention to. But yeah, so I was just wondering if there was a connection there with the book, maybe. But anyway, yeah, the thing. Let's go run up the line.
You're just going to approach it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of you now can kind of see it at this point. It's still not clear, obviously, because it's pretty much black on black at this point. There's obviously the faintness of grey in the background instead, which kind of gives it a shape. But for the most part, it's a black line from what you can tell. But all of you can feel that energy in the air is definitely... this is the focal point.
Savanti is going to be the brave one. Put on his goggles. Look cool. And going to inspect the thing.
Alright, how close do you get?
Close enough to get the effect of my goggles. And actually be able to see it, because I have microscope goggles on my head right now.
Well, you're going to have to get very close, and it's in the air, so it's pretty difficult for you. It's about 5 feet off the ground, so you could technically stand underneath it if you wanted to.
It would be 2 feet, but you know.
Is there other things in the area?
From what you can tell, there's a few bone piles scattered around. The sticking of bone from parts, fractures of stone sticking out. the odd call of creatures in the distance, but
Hmm.
none currently in the area.
Is there anything metallic?
The fuck?
Can I
You're not there just yet, but you're on the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
Are there any rocks around, or are like bone fragments the only?
Oh yeah, there's tons.
small objects?
Yeah.
Can I just pick up a rock and throw it at the
Yeah.
thing?
You throw just like a hand-sized one or smaller, like a little pebble.
Yeah, about a hand size rock. Well, whatever I can grab.
Okay.
I just want to throw something.
Do you throw it at it or like around it?
I'm like assuming that it's a gap. I'm trying to pop it through the gap.
Okay. Yeah. You throw, and it actually just passes through. Doesn't seem to actually have any effect currently on it, and lands on the other side. Just a.
Ah,
How? Oh,
Well, I'm gonna approach it and see if it have any drag effect or anything.
that is not what I expected.
You can have a look. Yeah, investigation. Actually, no, Arcana. This is Arcana. This is not investigation.
I need a couple of inches, is it?
Why can't you be a medical device?
Actually, what are you trying to ascertain? Actually, while doing this, because it will change which one you want to do.
I'm gonna investigate. Like, do it have like a sucking like effect? Does it
Okay,
seem
so actually you're
like-
trying to ascertain what's it doing, not what it is. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Then investigation.
He knows very little about magic.
You said it was like a cracking glass, Andy.
Yeah.
Is it like a spiderweb crack, or is it like a simple
It's
jagged crack?
turning into a spiderweb crab. It's kind of quite a large line of about 20 feet, and then in the center it's spidering out.
I have a feeling something's trying to break through.
15. As you kind of get close, and you're pretty much right next to it at this point, looking at it, it's incredibly thin just looking at it, and you kind of step around it having a look, and it's pretty much symmetrical all the way around. There doesn't seem to be any density differences, but it does seem to have like a face. There seems to be a front and a back. There isn't a spherical shape to it. You
How
don't.
do you notice that there's a front and a back, like different shades of like brightness? Or...
Well, as in, it's only got two faces.
2D.
Yeah, it's 2D.
Yeah, it is
There's
3D. Okay, I was like,
There's no side. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I should have said it just has two sides, not two, a back and front. But looking at it, it doesn't seem to be pulling or pulling, pushing or pulling, and it's completely flat. There doesn't seem to be any bend to it. You do notice as well that it is expanding very slowly, probably only by about half an inch every few seconds.
well, thank you, magnifying glasses, for actually letting me see. I will turn around, go drop the group, and say, it doesn't really seem to be pulling anything, pushing. It's 2D, like paper, and it seems to be expanding about an inch in a couple of seconds.
When you say
Also, he
expanding,
walks up.
do you
He
mean
walks
like
up to Ulan because he can see the color, like the shape of Ulan. He just walks into him because he's wearing his goggles like a dumbass.
And by expanding, I mean elongating, both
Like-
lengthways,
so like the main line is getting longer, or the spider webs are getting longer, or both?
both. The spider web is intensifying, and the main thread is extending.
I have a bad feeling about this, guys, and that bad feeling is that something's about to come out of this thing. We should probably get ourselves in a defensive formation, just in case it gets out before the others get here.
At this point, Senator, you're arriving. You can see them in the distance pretty clearly. They're not hard to spot as a group of 6 people. And then you can see as you're approaching this line, this dark line in the air, which is just when you were getting close, you felt this kind of almost wave of energy in the air, almost similar to just before lightning strikes, but there is no lightning. It's just that energy vibration almost. And as you get closer, it's getting stronger at this point where they are.
Is indeed possible.
Book is there as well.
Very something. Can basically can you see to get an idea of what plane it might be?
It's rather thin. You would have to actually try and look through it to
It was
tell.
just
But
with the size it had now. Yeah, I will be
yeah,
try to pay attention to that while.
Okay. Yeah, currently it's a black line, but you can attempt to try and peer through it.
How does it compare to the one that the demon came out with before the fight?
You're away from your mic, can't hear you.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. How does it compare to the one from before the tide that the demon came out of?
Outpost.
The two that were there.
Whatever. I wasn't there, so I don't know when.
No, it was just open.
When you came
too.
Yeah, when it was Seren and Savant, I believe.
Yeah, Savant. So that's why he went up and looked at it.
You two looking at it, you don't remember it being this slow. It was very much a opens, almost like lightning, and just cracks open. This seems to be slow and larger.
Was that black as well?
They couldn't tell. It was so fast.
Okay.
Serafina will ask Ulan if she can borrow the sending stone.
Well, they're like literally coming already.
Yeah. You can see
it's
now
small.
over in the distance.
Asking Architect if they can do anything before he gets here.
Actually, Serafina, you've been you watched Arkan literally close the last one by the tag.
Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check.
Questions.
Yeah.
Isn't like Arkansas literally right here though?
Seneca
Almost
is
here. Then
fast.
Seneca. And as you look, there's only two other people with him.
which two other people?
As you get closer, you can just give me a perception check, actually, to tell from this distance. Okay. You can tell it's definitely not as tall as Arkan. They're both rather short, only about, well, one of them is quite short.
I'll give Serafina the sending stone then.
And you can tell at least one of them's Daniela. The other one, you're not sure, and then you see long hair blowing behind them, and you're pretty sure it's Sechiko.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember any specifics, so I will ask Archetype if we can do anything.
Sure. Actually, would you roll a 10? Okay.
Yeah.
A 10, you remember at least that he used a variation of the magic circle spell to seal it temporarily.
Yeah, I don't get that, but just if there's anything can do.
Apart from that, you remember some of the drawings they did on the floor to begin the actual closure, but with a 10, you're not completely sure.
She's actually asking.
Which
who's
is
the sending
why I'm
stone then.
You're actually going to ask. Okay, so what do
Yeah.
what do you say?
Is there anything we can do before I get here with the rift? It's expanding slowly.
You have to be a little more clearer. You said there was a crack, but tell me what actually it is. Is it actually a rift, or has anything come through?
Well, it's too small for anything to come through right now, but it is getting bigger, and there's this spider web-ish something. Wow, my English today. The spider web. What kind of thing was? I don't remember.
Well, I've sent Daniela and Sechiko to go with Senator to come and help you. They both have a good idea of closing if it's not a rift just yet. I have to unfortunately stay and maintain the barrier. Otherwise, I have to make a new one.
It was just if we can do anything to help.
If you can remember the circles, that would be a good starting point.
I only vaguely.
And also keep the area clear. That would help.
How big an area?
Depending on the rift, and if there's anything coming out of it. Which, at this point, you've said there is none, so keep it up. At this point, Synergy, you've made it over. And kind of half jogging behind an exhausted Daniela and kind of just refreshed Sedrico, kind of just saunter jogging behind, almost skipping. And
All right.
they kind of just sort their loose clothes out and just kind of stare at it and stare back at you guys. And Danielle's just kind of almost just catching her breath, just panting.
How far away are the group standing from the rift?
How far are you guys standing?
Yeah.
I don't know. How far are you standing?
Yeah, because I would have told him that we should keep the area clear-ish, especially if something comes true.
Okay. So you guys keep a good distance away?
We're a respectable distance in a defensive.
Respectable distance. What would that be? About 20 feet, let's say?
I don't know. What? How close did I need to throw a rock at it?
For you, I'd say an accurate throw is about 30 feet.
Yeah, well, probably about that one.
Okay. So you guys keep a good distance of 30 feet, and you see Daniela's got her standard gear, her staff, and her own spellbook, and Setchiko's there as well, with a spellbook as well. An actual relatively large one. Quite new, with kind of gold trim going around the edge. She's just kind of waiting next to Daniela before speaking.
Hawkstrad, just quickly before anyone does anything else.
Yes.
Is this potentially anything to do with your whole Lee line is free business?
And he's been kind of watching the horizon, seeing if anything's been approaching. And he kind of turns around with those eyes again of twisting greens and blues. Fortunately, no. This is something else. It's definitely not open just yet, but we should keep wary. If it has actually been created, it's definitely here for some reason. Either I want to say something's been pulled through rather than pushing through. It may have something to do with the ritual.
And
Like
is it
the summoning thing?
Possibly.
being pulled through here specifically, or this is just a symptom of something bigger being around?
Possibly a symptom. Generally, if they're putting something large through, several other rifts are probably creating nearby as well. This is probably one of them.
So stretch marks, essentially.
Stretch marks, yes. And you're welcome to join us.
Starting to get a bit fat to fat.
Daniela, we really need to work on your stamina. Almost Just catching my breath. It's fine. I'll let her take some time. I've been tasked to do Arkan's work for him. He's unfortunately occupied with the barrier. Sachiko begins opening a book and flipping through it as she steps forwards towards the crack. Those of you keeping watch, can you give me a perception check?
Yes.
You're not, because you're looking at the rift.
Can I in any way assist?
Assist.
I'm asking.
Oh.
Sashiko.
I was like, assisting who? She kind of half looks at you while flipping through the book. Of course. What did you have in mind?
Well, it was more if there was anything I could do to help.
Well, I need to draw a circle, so if you have any chalk, you can assist me.
I do. I always do.
Well then, we have some drawing to do. And she kind of lowers the spellbook down to you. And you can tell it's been very neatly written. And it's practically new ink on this paper. And you can see several scrawlings of rune markings and circles, which you do remember are similar to what you saw Arkan doing. And they are similar to what you know as a magic circle, because you've seen several magic circles at this point. So you can assist in trying to sketch these out on the floor. It's going to take several minutes, but you can definitely try.
The more people, the faster it goes.
Hopefully, if you do it, don't do it wrong.
Something to note, I did say I went back to the group and I actually said something to the group. It was in chat.
Oh.
Which is... why did you say that? You couldn't need to be above.
Sorry, what did you say?
No, anyway. I'm back with the group, is the continuity.
Oh, okay, so you haven't, you're not looking at it. Okay, so you can then. Give me a perception check. I was surprised because no one's done a perception check if people weren't looking at the rift.
Not that I'm good at it, but you know.
You don't have okay.
No,
I assume
because I'm a fighter.
Saren's probably keeping an eye out for stuff if
Yeah.
anybody is.
I imagine Aaron is?
Nope.
No? Okay, you're just staring at this strange crack in space. Or
I'm sure
Sachiko.
he's not looking at somebody else.
Shut up.
But yeah, you can definitely try and assist her. I would say for this, yeah, just give me an Arcana check again.
I will assist her by giving her guidance.
Okay, so it's a D4 on top of that.
Don't fail me.
If I can find my... No! Oh shit!
Still turns up to be a 4 plus 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Well, I have hero points. Where's my hero? I closed the dice thing. Why did I close it? A.
4, so 13, 17.
17.
Okay. So you're occupied doing that as well as Sechiko. Daniela, who's finally finished catching her breath, is kind of lost of what to do because Sachiko's already started and you're helping her, which she was going to do. I guess I'll keep watch. And actually, Senator, what are you doing? Actually, are you going to keep watch as well?
Yeah, I should probably roll the.
I was like, is everyone just watching? Okay.
You know,
Well, I mean, we're mostly
you
worried
would-
about
you
the
would-
thing in front of us, so...
Yeah,
Here's
it
the
is
thing. You would probably
important.
be a bit distracted because you just came here and just saw the thing.
Yeah.
So I'll probably roll-
It's not really. It's an odd thing in itself, but it's not. It's not weird, I guess. It's not pulsating, and it's not. You can't hear any noise coming from it apart from this energy thrumming through the air.
Oh, so it's just a mundane everyday crack.
You know, it's a mundane crack. Considering what you've seen, it's mundane crack. And those watching it, it does expand, and at this point it's closer to about 40 feet at this point, from top to bottom.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna do a ranger thing. Again. I'm actually gonna go look for tracks and see if there is any roaming animals, or I guess occupants of this cave that would roam here.
Yes.
Well, more like would roam into this area.
Yes, all over the place. This is a pretty much the wildlife of the ghouls around this part. And you're still partially in the bone fields. You're not completely as you were previously, but there's still a good number of bones scattered across the place, obscuring visions at certain points, and being excellent festering fields for these creatures. And you can definitely see their markings, the claw marks, scratches, and footprints. Senator, as you're keeping watch with the rest, you do pick up very faint, almost trudging sounds in the distance. It's not heavy per se, but it's definitely constant.
Like someone marching.
Yeah, and it's not a lot. It's only, from what you could tell, probably on about 4, maybe 3. But you can also hear that same sound, the ghoulish kind of, it's almost screeches in the distance. It's just almost like they're calling out, but it's far too feral to be actual communication.
And it does seems to be getting closer, right? The sounds. Or they
The
just...
screeches seem to be just in the vicinity, probably just over 100 feet away within the bones. The trudging footsteps, they're a little further away, but they do seem to be approaching.
So I will relay the information to the rest of the party, saying, well, someone is marching in this direction, and there are creatures amongst the bones, so I would suggest not getting near the bones.
Standard procedure, then.
Yeah.
I would say everyone prepare themselves, and, well, those with big weapons, please get to the front. And Booker loads an arrow into his longbow.
Sorry, what's happening? I had to step away for a second.
People probably coming.
What properly coming, sorry?
People.
People.
Probably
Okay.
ghouls, but, well, how about you start counting them then?
One quick thing before, like, any action happens. So, remember the book about dragons that I got ages ago?
Ages ago.
Yeah.
That
Did
I think I'm running around with.
Yep, possibly. I think you put it in the bag of
I think
holding,
so.
but-
It's in the book back, yeah.
And
It's either been carried, it's in the back. Either
yeah, I
way, but
think
yes.
I took it in my backpack for
Whatever,
at the
I have
beginning,
read it
but
at some
it's
point in the
somewhere.
past. Where it
Yes.
is currently doesn't matter. I have at some point read it in the past.
Mhm.
Did I ever read anything about dragons being from different planes? Or like dragons on different planes?
That was in the book, I think. Maybe.
Yes. Generally, yeah. Generally, some of them do stick to certain planes of their type. Specifically, red is very much at home in the plane of fire.
But like, so dragons coming from different planes is definitely a thing. Okay.
It is definitely a thing.
So Ulan is still slightly obsessed with this mystery of how the dragons got down here if none of the entrances are big enough.
Well, just a reminder, because you would know this, because someone said this. Is there something in your mind about the Great Alliance in the books?
The
Nope.
great what now?
The Great Alliance.
Not in that book, no.
Dragon book.
It was
And Ulan would never have heard of that either. So
Yeah, no.
well, it may have been, in the book.
Yeah, no. The book was about dragons, not about monsters.
Well, a dragon warrior,
But as
Metallic dragon.
Booker tells you all to prepare yourselves, you feel an itch in the back of your skulls and a clawing sensation as a voice seeps in. And it doesn't seem to have a language. It seems to just be almost translated by your own brains into common language for you all. I would like if you stepped away from my rift. We have a guest coming through, and you're getting in its way.
can I attempt to think back to try and like reverse telepathy?
It seems at this moment there is a two-way communication.
Hey, Elder Brain, what's happening? Who's your friend?
I am not one with the brain.
Oh, so you're stupid.
Oh, you
That's...
all right. So we're right then. You're the other Elithid dude that's leading things.
I'm Vashla.
Vashla.
I
The
do
fancy name.
apologize for not introducing earlier.
Well, manners are going out of style these days anyway. How's the army working out for you? The golems all behaving?
The Duragar are so loyal.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah, I hear that's a thing that happens when you rip out people's souls and shove them in kind of constructed bodies and things.
They were happy with the idea for a time.
Well, I mean, there's no accounting for dwarves, I suppose.
While you're down here,
Hey.
I'm thinking this in my head, you can't hear this.
that's true.
Okay. But still, hey.
Urlan just looks weirdly constipated right now.
He's like really concentrating. It's like,
Are the rest of us just hearing the earhead side of the conversation?
yeah. Unless you intend to talk back.
Yeah, I
Can't
guess.
you, we're just doing random sentences from the other guy and we're like, what the hell is he on about?
Unless Ulan's actually saying this out loud
I
as well.
probably would be muttering it quietly, to be honest.
Question: would this be considered magic of some sort?
No.
Okay. Otherwise, Savant would basically, as soon as the headache started, go like, "No, I don't want it in my head."
And it doesn't seem to be like forceful. It's just there.
So who's your friend? Who's coming to visit?
Soon you will find out. Soon you will
I
join
know,
him.
but where's the fun in that? You know, we can't prepare a proper welcome for him if we don't know who it is. He might have strange dietary requirements.
You do talk a lot, don't you, creature
the
of
one
the
that's been intruding on our
surface?
brains. if anybody's gonna get shit for chatting too much, it's you, Mr. Brain Psychic Man.
I have been gifted to do so, and I shall use it to its all great abilities.
Well, hey, don't go complaining. You're the one that's in my head.
Oh, your thoughts are fascinating. Things of the surface do intrigue me.
Do you have any muffins?
Can I cut in a moment? When it said your thoughts are interesting, because he can't hear the other side of the conversation. Someone will just start mumbling, like super thinking in his head, mathematical and like or technical jibber jabber, just to like noise out the thing.
You can attempt to.
Just annoy the thing.
Yeah. And you hear a voice in your head, Savant. This is mundane.
Okay.
Did he have any muffins?
He stopped talking to you.
Sweet.
Okay, now Savant gets really angry and starts to think about like mechanical components making guns or something.
And as you're listening, you hear across the bowls of bones scattering and scuttering. And Senator, you hear the very same sound of those screeches very close.
Guys, remember the creatures that I told you were in the bones? Yeah.
Could you all roll mischief?
Yeah.
I imagine the circle people are still making circles.
Yes. Actually, I'm gonna do a roll to see how far through you guys are.
By the way, since we all forget, I just remember that my
Actually, let me throw you across.
Warhammer is actually a Warhammer warning.
Yeah.
So anytime
You can't be surprised.
I can't be yeah, but I think I always forget it. So if any of you guys remember it at any time, you cannot be surprised if you are within 30 feet. I think 30 feet of me.
I think it's only you.
Is
No.
it? I mean, just I think it's a bunch of people.
That seems super strong if it's everyone.
Oh, it's not everyone, but it's. Hang on a second.
I think it's people that's yeah.
Is it?
It's like an aura, yeah.
I
cannot be-
thought
yeah.
it was just a person holding it.
Well, it depends on if you made it different. Okay. Oh,
I do have to find it, but
I do have to find my tokens. Oh,
Google.
there we go. And why do I not have Daniela's token? Fine. I'll go to my token page. Can you all see?
I
Yes.
only have blackness, but
Oh,
I can't see.
Now I
I
can
can't
see.
get on to roll 20 at the minute.
wow.
over here.
I was about to say you got advantage on the other, but you don't need it.
I don't need it.
Is this one? No.
Yeah. Companions and a person within 30 feet cannot be surprised. Unless they're incapacitated.
So no one of us is. Most of us
Yeah.
is.
are we all rolling initiative?
Yes. For some reason we should be able to
Remember, with advantage.
see Ulan.
What was that about advantage, sorry?
We have around it.
No, Senator got advantage because of the hammer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why
right.
is it with 11s?
Is that your second 11?
Third.
Wow.
I've only rolled 11s.
Yeah, that's another one. Wow. Even with a different modifier. Madness.
Senshiko is where the circle, whatever is being done. Because then I need to move too. Second question. the lovely side effects. I'm technically not paying attention to my surroundings, so I technically don't have to roll it.
Until it comes into line of sight. Sure.
It doesn't say anything about it, actually.
Wait, my thing changed too. What was it? I don't remember if I put it down in my...
It just says at the first round of combat.
Did I get the same one as you?
I think...
I got the same one as Mimsa, the paralysis one, I think.
Yeah.
I because I didn't write it down. Damn it.
You had the same as me. I had, because I remember giving it to you.
Oh, it might be, yes.
It's a sanity check. First time you see someone in combat.
Okay, so
sanity check against 15.
Yeah, mine says it's just first turn of every fight.
Okay, so first
which
time
is
I see
why I'm
anything
asking.
Which is when it comes into range, basically.
Well, I would technically not see it because I'm paying attention to
I need to roll
What you
for
do
that.
is you never look at things and just attack blindly.
Yes. Attack blindly.
Yes.
I'm drawing circles on the floor and
Okay.
not paying attention. I assume that everybody else do well. Thanks. Us.
Yeah. Who are we missing? Missing a few people. Missing. Okay. I would do.
Everyone is.
Yeah. Owen.
I can't get on to roll 20 because my computer's mucking about, so until future notice, you'll have to control me for this combat.
Alright. You are in defense mode.
Does that mean we can all throw down a face down?
I rolled nicely for you though.
Well,
16.
no, 20.
Is that everyone? Yes. Cool.
Oh, and how do you spell the guy's name?
Oh, Bashla. Yeah, pretty much as Ulan's got it.
Just call him Squid Face.
That's going to get confusing because there's going to be a lot of them.
No, there's
Yeah.
something going on.
And I'm not sure how high the door's going to get.
Oh, go Team Allies. 18-19. Oh.
And
I like
the
how
chat
the
says
lots
0,
roll just
0.
shows that it's zeros.
Yeah. So,
Oh dear. Alright. So,
the guy was an elephant.
Well, we presume so, but we don't know because he was
Yeah.
talking in our brains.
Oh,
I
okay.
should go after. If you go by bonuses, I guess. I should go after Senator.
because you have a plus
7. Quick draw, man.
Yeah, quick draw.
That
Which
always,
is-
that always seems odd to me because if you've got such a big bonus, that means you rolled a smaller number, so technically it was a worse roll.
Yeah. It was only what was it? It's 14. Yeah. But he adds proficiency as well as dex.
Yeah.
So, at the top of the round, Senator.
Alright, I do know the direction the creatures are coming from, right? Because I was the one spotting them. And which direction would that be?
Which sound are you looking for? The stomping sound or the screeching?
We're all supposed to be in formation, by the way, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we should form up on Ulan.
Alright, let's say... Fucking roll 20 froze. Alright.
Sure, I'll let you guys move because you did have preparation. Sure.
So which sounds are the closest right now?
The closest sound seems to be some of the screechings to your southeast and southwest.
But I can't see any of them, right?
At this point, your 60 feet doesn't give you vision from what it looks like.
Not really much I can do. All right. The screeching sound are coming from what direction? Here?
Yeah, southwest, southeast, and south.
So here I'm gonna hold my action until there's something in range that I can hit, because that's
Alright.
not much I can do right now.
Oh, hey, I found those celestial skeletons that Ulan was looking for. Because this guy over here is at least 15 feet tall.
Savant,
Okay.
what you doing?
Well, Svante is gonna sigh because he have strict orders not to go loud. So he's gonna put down RPM and take out his light crossbow. He's gonna stand where he is. He's gonna say, "Don't take this too wrongly," and will cast the Hunter's Mark on Senger.
Okay.
Okay.
But no, that makes sense, yeah.
It's not like
Because he can move it as a bonus action.
Yeah, I can
No,
move it.
only when the target dies.
No, I can move it. It's
No.
free when his target dies.
Yeah.
Move it to the bonus action.
Yeah, it's a bonus action if they're still alive, it's a free action if they die.
It's still a bonus if they die. It's just a bonus always.
You sure?
Yes.
I actually think it's a free action, yes.
You can use a bonus action to move on the separate target. Yeah, it's not free. There's very few free actions. But you can still...
I mean, you can move it at any time, though.
You can, as a bonus action, also get his turn. You can mark any target. Yeah.
Yeah,
Before the
subsequent
spell
turns.
ends, if the target dies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not two separate sentences. It's one sentence.
Oh,
So you may want to save it.
Then that doesn't matter. Because
Yeah.
that's me
Yeah.
reading word wrong.
You don't want to mark Senator as your prey.
I mean, you
You're
can
going
wait.
down.
You can wait for me to drop to 0, and then you can move it. But
Which will be pretty quick. I mean,
yeah,
but you can still.
No, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike on my light crossbow.
Okay, you can do that and prepare your attack action.
Yes.
Okay, that is what you can do.
Then I can hold my action.
Booker is going to follow up and do pretty much the same. Marking his bow also with Ensnaring Strike, and is also going to hold action.
Some poor person is gonna get very snared.
And it's not going to be on the first target, it's going to be on the second target. Saren, you can't see shit, but you can hear noises at this point.
Awesome. I'll just ready an attack for when I see something.
Alright. If something comes up in melee range, I guess. Okay. It is their turn. And they... Yeah, they have 35 foot movement speed. Which they're going to have to dash from the looks of it. So, I zoomed out too far. I can't see numbers. That's a 60... Oh my gosh. I need to zoom in further. Alright. All those crickets. Alright. So.
Crickets with typewriters, in fact.
At least something is alive then.
Alright. Son, you get the first shot as they dash forwards and are going to use pretty much their entire movement to get not even in range, just out of range to about there,
Hey, you can see someone.
as well as another group.
Wait, weren't this the banshees?
Ghouls.
Ghouls. Okay, because I remember. Okay, never mind. I remember the cinematography for the banshees.
Yes, you did.
Whoever first came into my range, I'm gonna.
Would be the southwest. You can choose actually. I will let you choose because it is a reaction.
Okay, so the closest guy then, that guy. As soon as he's in range, I will do the ensnaring strike on him. Basically, as soon as I see him.
Alright, take it. As you just see almost a wave coming over the bones, just scattering. Just
That's the one kill. I can't get that one.
as just sending bone chunks flying. You take your shot, Book is going to take his shot as well. And Senator, you're still holding until they get in range.
Yeah.
Which they're not, unless you want to throw sank. You could probably throw sank instead.
God
Ding!
Bye spell.
Yeah. Well.
It isn't it until you hit something.
It is until you hit something.
Yeah, but only lasts a turn.
It lasts 1 minute.
Is it 1 minute?
Yeah, it's a 1 minute concentration, sir. Please.
That's 10 rounds.
Ooh. 18 definitely hits the front one in front of him, and 10 plus. And it's a 1d6, I believe, for ensnaring strike. Was it 1d8? I believe it's 1d6. Okay, 12 points damage. And it needs to make a strength save, which, yeah, it's actually got pretty decent strength. Okay, he actually manages to break the ensnaring strike and keeps on going. Which unfortunately that is it's only it's going to stop there. Which ends their turn. Ithamore is going to he's going to step up and go into defensive position in front of Senator, holding his action.
Or Savant.
Senator, Savant. Both small creatures.
Not all small creatures looks the same, you know.
Serafina,
Also,
you're
Senator is medium.
Yeah.
you're maintaining drawing the circle. So can you give me an Arcana check? Okay, you're doing pretty well. You're about halfway through at this point, and you can hear the screeching coming behind, and you can hear the firing of the crossbow and bow, and you're trying to not look in that direction as you're just working on these lines with Sechiko. He's just like, it'll be fine. Ulan.
I will, when the scroll bar stops jumping me across half the map every time I move it, I will. Oh, God damn, it's done it again. Come back, battle. Right. Okay.
I can ping you on the map if you want.
No, it was. I was trying to scroll across to get it center on the map, and it just like went everywhere. I'm going to take a step forwards, and in fact 2 steps. I step to.
A step to the right. Step to the left.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I have some dignity. I will step to there, and I'm going to Fist of Unbroken Air on this first guy.
Alright.
So there's 1. Is it a disadvantage? Oh no, I need to do a sanity check first.
Oh, yeah. DC.
Ooh, that's bad. Okay, never mind. I'm still back where I was.
Yeah.
'Cause I can't.
As you're like, oh, as you just see these huge number of creatures just swarming over this pile of bones, and it's just that's a lot. And that's this turn. Next turn, you begin to compose yourself. Aaron, what you doing, kiddo?
Open your character sheet, ready?
And unmute yourself.
Well, please. I'll
Put
cast
down the
Spirit Guardian
Kleenex.
and move here, and that's it.
The good old guardians.
Yep.
Alright. 15 foot, and it's anything that enters. Correct? He has to make the save. Alright.
Begins or ends turn there.
Begins or ends turn there. Okay. Senator,
Yes.
back up to the top.
I have a doubt because if I get close enough to hit someone, I'm going to get swarmed.
As you look at them, there's a lot.
There is a lot of them. I could.
I think it's 16.
Alright. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to save my action. Let's see if I can do anything with my bonus action. I'm gonna do patient defense.
Alright. So you're gonna hold your action and then okay, sweet. Monks.
Yeah.
Alright. So you ready your weapon and stand ready to defend yourself. Sweet. Savant.
Hooray! I'm gonna miss again.
Standing behind, if for more. You kind of fix the crossbow, put another bolt in, lean out.
Well, who's next on? Who am I gonna miss? Contestant
The
number
same
2.
one.
Same one. Here we go.
Here we go. And 14. I actually need to look at the armor class in this one. Actually, wait, I already have it somewhere. 15.
Crossbows are so dumb.
If only you had a feat that allowed you to be better at them or something.
If I only went up in levels, I could get them.
If only you didn't multi-class. Oh! But that one just flies across. Or you could just stop sharpshooting. That works too. Because, yeah, -5 hurts. Book up, which I also forgot I should have done. Daniela as well.
Oh, by the way, do I also need to roll the sanity check?
Yes. Yours is same as Savant's, which is...
No,
I
it
get
was
the
same as Savant, because I think Savant
First
changed
time you
to...
see someone sanity check against 15.
Alright, so I would have done this the first turn.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. We all forget them.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
You give no dams. You're going down with these creatures, or you're taking them all down.
Yeah, well,
I have, if I get hit, I get a hard attack.
Oh, yes. You got that one instead. Yeah.
we changed.
You swapped.
Sanity.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Crossbow!
Sure.
Yay!
So, what you do? What are they doing? Booker's going to take his 2 shots on the one that broke his snare, which is a little bastard. It's +8. You should be able to hit. Hopes. Misses the first shot. Quickly pulls out a second arrow, fires it. Misses again. He's like, shit.
Anyway, this character just go to a corner and cry apparently.
Oh, yeah. Takes his 3rd shot. His fighters. Wow! As he's just like, Daniela. who is going to cast a spell which doesn't have an attack.
My angels will face one, by the way.
Sure. All of them. And she's going to cast a Shatter. Oh, actually, no, you guys are trying to be quiet. She's not going to cast Shatter, because that would be bad. She will cast Erupting Earth, which would be handy. So it's in a 20-foot radius. Is it 20 foot or 30 foot? 20 foot. 20 foot cube. So she can go for the largest group of them, which will be these 5.
Does the cube originate from you, really?
No, it's a point 120 feet away from her. They all need to make dex saves, so I'm just going to do 5d20s, just to make it super quick. They don't have a dex bonus, so and they have to beat, I believe it's for her 16 as well. One of them passes, the rest of them fail, and they take 3d12 bludgeoning damage. For 23, wow, okay, that's pretty solid. So 4 of them take the full amount, which they are just knocked flying as this gout of stone and rock just launches up at the ground between them all. And I actually need to make a shape for this, because
Does the effect persist?
this area is now difficult terrain. But 4 of them are now looking horribly wounded, and I think they're actually not prone. No, okay, they're just slowed. Okay, so 4 of them, the 4 closest to you guys, are looking horribly wounded and just battered from rocks, and just you can just see like parts of their arm, pretty sure I've been knocked out of place and crushed, as just chunks everywhere across this area. One of them seems to have dodged it and only taken half, though. Which actually brings us to you, Sarah.
Okay. Because I rolled poorly and I actually have one of the conditions now, does that mean I couldn't have held my action? I would have had to just run and smash when I saw them, as opposed to waiting?
Or you have to hit an ally, yeah.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna move now.
Yeah. Sorry, we brushed over that one, it's fine.
It was
Technically, you're supposed to hit someone.
Well, we already have a lot of shit to keep track of.
Yeah.
This game is more.
Yeah. Alright.
You run into it, and it is difficult terrain, but you can still make that pretty easily.
So that's movement. I'll use my bonus action to rage, and I will take my 2 swings. Oh, actually, that's a group. I can cleave.
Yeah, you will be able to cleave 2 of them, yeah.
Alright, awesome.
So,
Go for it. So, first swing, you're going to hit 1 and then cleave into the second.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'll start there.
Yeah, that's a 28 on the first one. Yeah. Don't even need to roll too much damage on the first one. He's gonna die. Roll your focus die to see how much damage you do on the second one. 3 extra damage. Yeah. Yeah, you cleave both of them as in one swing you just... it's just this wide arc which cleaves into 2 of them, and just both of them just topple into a pile into the stones. Which 2 are you aiming for, the top 2?
This one, and then this one. I'm going around in a circle, so...
Alright. You spin and spin around. Make a second attack. Go for it.
And I'm gonna do the cleave attack again.
Yep, do it. As you cleave for the first 2, you just carry on going, and 25, yes. Is going to kill that one as well. So roll cleave damage for another 3. Yep. And it just keeps going as you just in one almost perfect circle. And all 4 of them drop.
Okay, I'm done.
I have a question.
Mm.
Can Senegia get inspired by that?
You can get slightly erect.
Yeah. You can be aroused by it. That is definitely.
Okay, yeah, then sure. That sounds more appropriate.
Which unfortunately gives you a -2 on all dexterity.
And charisma.
Yeah.
Well, it depends who you're trying to use the charisma on.
But that does end your turn.
Yeah, I'm done.
They are going to finish charging in.
What is Daniela doing?
She just cast Erupting Earth.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That, that which almost killed 4 of them.
I'm way
fine.
not working.
100%.
Conscious. Wait.
I'm pretty sure you're conscious.
No.
No?
Could
Okay.
be in a fugue state.
It's
These 4 are actually just going to go straight up to you, sir.
Actually,
Sweet.
you're dreaming at the
We're
minute.
friends.
Of course, the only person who doesn't get surrounded by monsters is the one that had the action prepared.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
This one is going to actually go straight for Saren as well. These 4 are going to go for you, Aaron, which are going to trigger. They have to make wisdom.
Half speed.
Oh, half speed. Yeah, they still make it. Actually, no, this one's only going to make it here, actually. And they have to make wisdom saves, was it?
Yes.
Wisdom saves. Alright. 3 wisdom saves. Actually, I have a freaking pun for this. They have... yeah, they would. A -1. Ooh. That one's going to fail. The first one to the left of you. To the one below you. That one actually succeeds. And the one at the back is going to fail as well. So roll the damage on those 2, and the other one's going to take half. Which is 2d8? 3d8.
God damn it.
Oh. Ooh. They take 6 points of damage. And the other one takes 3. Yeah.
Means why did you roll this damage?
What do you roll
No,
damage from?
no. Karma.
Karma.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Dog food? What?
Exactly.
As they go in, those 2 are going to make attacks on you. They will attempt to make attacks on you. How about that?
Can't touch this.
Ba-na-na-na. Yeah. 16 misses. I believe. Does it?
Yep.
Yeah. And 16 again. Wow, double 16.
Still misses.
As they both just scrape across your shield with useless futility.
That's
Actually-
the name of a band.
Ithmar actually does get an attack. I forgot about that. Ithmar gets to attack one of them with Forge Song as he approaches. Yeah, he's going to hit. Forge Song's damage. D. A. Plus. This plus 7. Ooh.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah. As they approach, I'm going to do... Saren, I'm going to do your attacks first. So,
Okay.
4 of them... 4? 4 of them are attacking your... First one is a miss with a 13, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
17?
Nope.
12. And a 9.
Wow.
Wow. That was 3 rolls below 10. Nice. So all 4 of them just wail at you in absolute futility as well. They just start scrambling over the dead bodies of the ones you just slain. Sorry, I'll roll better in a minute.
Go to high five.
Senator, you technically get to attack the one attacking you first.
Yes.
And he attacks you at disadvantage, so I'll just roll twice on those.
15, which I think hits. If I
yeah, it's arm class. So you hit for 7 damage, and it misses you because it's gonna roll below a 3 or higher and takes the lowest anyway. And there's 2 on Savant, 2 on Ithamore. I'll do yours. So that first one.
Can Ithamore use his reaction to hit back?
He can. He's probably gonna do the ones on him.
No, it's
No, it
somebody
needs
else.
to be someone.
Oh, it needs to be someone else. Okay. That was the top one, so you can't even reach that one. But you can reach the other one.
The first one hits.
Yeah. So it's a second attack. 14, which is, I believe, a miss on you. Okay, and this is one. If the one gets a strike back at.
Hits.
Hit. Actually, can't use reaction after you've held an action. Because they both use reactions. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah. You hold your action instead of a reaction. Because they are the same thing. Otherwise, you get to do like 2 reactions, basically. Yeah. Somebody can clarify that one for me while we do everything else, but I'm pretty sure.
It's not the same.
Are they not the same?
I'm just double checking.
It was more whole action and reaction is.
Yeah, the held action still counts as your action.
Okay. So you're just holding your action. Okay, that's fine.
Additional kind of action that you have on your turn.
That's fine. So he actually does hit with 25, dealing a good. Oh, only 10 points of damage this time. This is on your one. Okay. Then 2 are going to attack him, which I'm pretty sure are going to miss because his arm class is like 20, 21, I believe. Yeah, a 10 is going to miss, and a 23 is going to hit. Which is like the only hit I've done on you guys is on Ithamore, which is hilarious.
You can hold your movement. You can hold like your move action.
Yes.
Really?
You can hold any action that you can do, just
Yeah.
on attack.
So you
I-
you can hold to like move
For
away.
6
when
points of
something happens.
damage.
I think that technically it's called a ready action,
Yeah.
and you can hold any other action type.
Page
that you want.
72 of the PHP.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll have a look at that later actually, because that sounds interesting. That's all of their attacks. Alright, you've done the other attack. Yep, alright,
Yeah,
Ithamore.
because you can dash as an action.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
That's
he's going to make a flurry of attacks. First one on below.
okay, kill him on.
He's going to kill that one. He's going to hit that one at least. I should probably roll damage because he might kill. Actually, he's not going to kill in one swing. I'll do the second swing.
You can go into his character sheet and then just use his attacks.
I could.
No, having an extra character sheet open is
Uh,
too hard.
But
Alright,
it's
guys.
more.
In that one.
I do need to leave.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was quick.
Yeah, I know. Because it's almost. I should have left like 15 minutes ago, but you know.
Oh.
battle.
We went past you.
For a very long time. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this thing's diseased, poisoned, or something like that. I'm immune to all of that shit. So. Hopefully, I will not die this time. And none of you will die too. So I will see you guys next Saturday. Well, hopefully I'll be able to play for a longer time.
We shall see.
Fingers
Bye-bye.
crossed.
And he makes his third attack. But he does manage to kill one of them with Ithamore's attacks. Seraphina,
I'm concentrating.
you're concentrating, so give me another Arcana check. Actually, technically, if it's concentration, I should do con saves with you, actually. Huh. Yeah, actually do con saves, actually.
Con save is for if you take damage, not for if you
Yeah.
distract.
It's concentration, so
Well,
she's...
no, it's it's based on your constitution because it's your physical ability to resist pain.
True. Okay, so just Arcana then.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Because you're concentrating, but it's using your intelligence instead of your actual physicality.
Yeah, I haven't been hit
Yeah.
yet.
So Arcana.
Are you?
Still a 10.
I'm happy for that +8.
+8. Pretty nice. So yeah, that's still going well as you and Sechiko keep on finishing. Still going to take you a while, but you're keeping it up. Una.
So the thing that I had with the paralysis was only for like one turn, right?
Yeah, only one turn.
Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a step forward here. I'm gonna pull out my bow, and then I'm gonna say, "Hey, Aaron, you've got health potions, right?" And then I'm gonna shoot the thing next to him because he was sussing us by saying that earlier. So first shot.
Oh.
Did you hit me?
I missed on the one, and the additional was the disadvantage was the 14, so they both miss.
Yeah. Wow. Well, technically it's a 13, but yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm not gonna say you hit Aaron, but it's gonna fire pretty wide.
I did. That was just that was a warning shot.
Warning
I'll
shot.
do it again. Because I assume there's no, other than just missing, there's no repercussions to my weapon for a 1, right?
Yeah. Unless you roll constant ones, yeah, there isn't.
Okay, so there's the second.
Oh, that makes up for it.
See? Yeah, there we go.
31 and 29.
Well, 24 because it's a disadvantage.
Oh, it is a disadvantage, so 24.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna hit. Which one's this? That bottom one?
The one that's directly next to Aaron.
Well, there's 2.
The one that's like, that I can shoot because I can't shoot through him.
Oh, true. Alright, so yes. For 10 points of damage, and then you hit him again for another 10 points of damage. Yeah, no. You shoot him, and he's already kind of singeing over as he's standing in this aura of light, and then you just... as he kind of looks in your direction after the first 2 misses, and then right between both his eyes, just...
Okay, so I'm gonna continue with my movement to there, and then past Aaron's face, I'm gonna Fist of Unbroken Air, Flurry of Blows.
Alright, key point, and
So,
2 strikes.
Key point, and then 1 unarmed strike.
Oh.
And the second unarmed strike when roll 20 stops lagging.
The first one kind of just brushes Booker's face instead, and he's like, huh? Kind of looks in your direction. The second one kind of catches him, but kind of just like blows it to the side and kind of like shimmies. This kind of weird, almost dance move.
This
Like,
is gonna be one of those days where I like rage quit roll 20 and just roll dice manually.
Aaron, you've seen this spectacle. What do you do? You're surrounded by fools. Arrows missing on both sides. It's interesting.
I'm gonna stab the thing in front of me first.
Go for it.
How'd that go?
How's that gonna go? Tell me.
I usually miss, but where's my weapon?
I don't know. Is it the staff or is it the spear?
The spear, but I don't know if I put it in my inventory.
Oh my gosh. It's a 1d20 plus probably for you 5? Oh, 4.
No, proficiency, which is
Yeah, I was going to
4,
say proficiency plus 2 plus your strength.
so plus 6.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
You've joined Ulan and Booker in the world of
He's invincible. We need help.
and it just kind of slavers its tongue at you, just like
I will move.
kind of jeering at you.
Attack opportunity on my hero.
I like how.
Are you just going to step away from it?
Yep.
Alright. It attempts to make an attack on you with its invincibility.
It's the best rule there is.
And it completely whiffs as well. This side is just, this is the whole thing.
I will move. Damn it. Where can I move?
I don't know. You can either move towards the vent and trigger 4 of them, or go down and trigger 4 of them.
I'll move here.
Alright, so, on their turn they have to trigger.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah. As you stand around and illuminate this area, Senator is going to try and attack this one and finish off the one. Oh, I was right. Interesting.
Yeah, just with the...
Yeah. But it's fine. Senator is going to go smash this one in front of him for 2 attacks. 3 attacks. First one's a miss. Second strike. Come on. 12. He's gonna flurry blows to try and kill this thing because this is getting ridiculous. First night on strike. Come on. There we go. And the second. One unarmed strike. All right, sure. Which is it a D8 for him yet, or is it still D6? I think it's. I'm gonna give him benefit of doubt and think it's a D8. For 10 points of damage, which he had already hit. It's looking wounded, but it's not down, unfortunately. Savant, you have 2 right in front of you. Well, technically 3.
It's a great day to live.
You say that.
Well, we are still alive.
That's true.
Time to go melee ranger. I dropped the crossbow, use my action to put on my shield, and that's my turn.
Alright, you've put on the shield, put on the straps, hold it up ready. You can still draw a sword if you want to do that as well, obviously.
Roll my rapier.
Alright.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, no. As you're doing that, Booker's going to try and make up for himself, and he's in melee range with one of them. Yeah. He's going to bonus action aim it, and roll with advantage on this one, which is then nullified. So straight attack on the front one. Oh, if only. Wait, oh, there's a natural 1 as well.
Wow. Well done, Amber.
Ring. As it just skims past your head, Ulan, you see someone else is not having a good time with their bow. And it's like, ah!
All ranged characters keep just fucking missing.
So instead he's going to turn to the one who's not in melee with him. And just do a normal attack on that one. I think it's something to do with this rift. It's...
No, you just suck.
The crickets are really perfect for this.
You just have all the ranged characters here right now.
Daniela's going to try and save the day by actually doing damage. And...
Wait, listen, some of us have no problem with this.
Yeah.
You're taking
all
all
the
the
ranged
roles.
characters. I didn't say anything about the melee characters.
Because people are struggling, she's gonna... No, there's too many go to go. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she's going to instead just go utility, and she's going to cast haste on the closest person, so you then, because you're actually punching things instead of shooting it.
Okay.
So you gain the effects of haste.
Okay. Cool.
For the next minute. So +2 to your AC, advantage on dex saves.
Who was it that did that?
Daniela.
Nice.
And you have one extra action, which can only be used for one attack.
And I get double movement and...
Yes, double movement. Yeah.
I've been eyeballing haste, I know exactly how it works.
I've been reading up, I know everything. That ends...
Just on haste.
That ends their 2 turns. Saren, you're up.
Okay.
In a pile of stones, bodies, and screeching.
Okay.
What you do?
I will. Alright. I can only do cleave once because that.
You only have 3 die, yeah.
That's too far away.
Also, you only have 3 die left.
I have 4.
Oh, you have 4 die left.
I only have 3. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know the class you're playing.
No, I have 6 total, but my character sheet does say I had 5 as of last game, and I don't think we've rested, so...
Yeah.
5, 4...
Do you regain them on a short rest or a long rest?
Short.
Then you've got all 6. Because we short rested when we were in the dome, and we haven't fought anything when we did our scouts.
We did!
Yeah, that's why I have great points.
There we go then.
You know, useful things.
Okay, so I am at 4. Okay, then I will cleave just once, and I will start with this one.
Go for it. So, make your attack on these fresh. Ooh, 15 hits. As you slam into it for 10 points of damage.
Awesome.
And you're going to hit the one below him.
Yes.
Cleave. Alright, for 3 points.
And clearly my focus die are all 3s today.
Yeah. Yep. Second attack?
Wait, no. Yeah, I was just looking at it.
Oh. As the stumbling of the bodies, you're not really sure which one you're hitting anymore, and now you're just hitting bodies. Both living and dead ones. And it just hits one of the dead ones you've already killed and just sticks in and pull it back out.
It's like, stay down, damn it.
It's like, it was twitching. Their turn. The noises of the thumping that Senator heard previously, you can hear in the distance and are approaching. And Seren, you're actually at the front, so you can see, as well as Ifmore, technically, a creature that you had seen previously on the surface that was attacking the monastery.
The tentacly behemoth?
Very much the same.
The hemorrhoid tanks. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems to be flanked by humanoid-looking structures, which you are pretty sure are golems.
Yeah. Behemoth and golems. Golems.
Pokemon?
Incoming.
I
wish.
They are just going to get in range at this point.
What do you got? Pokesphere? Pokeball?
About there.
Pokesphere? What the
Pokeспhere.
hell?
What?
Focus there? Are we Pokemon now?
Yeah, it's the Dungeons and Dragons terminology. Leave me alone.
Yeah, then
Isn't that just the Iron Rings thingy for the DMG that Percy has?
Yeah.
Manners.
And they seem to be approaching. They don't seem to be in range just yet, but they are getting closer.
From which direction?
South. You can just about see them, I think. No, they're just out of your range, actually. But you can see the shadows. While it's happening, though, the 4 around you are still attacking. And I'll do theirs first. Good old 1d20 plus 5. And your armors is like 19?
Yep.
19.
Yeah, so... Oh, well, there we go. One of them does actually manage to hit. 2 managed to hit with a double 17. Impressive. Oh, okay, 2 of them managed to latch into you.
What kind of damage is it?
This is slashing.
Okay.
Actually, no. One of them is not going to do damage, and it's actually going to grapple you. The second one is. The first one, though, does 7 points damage to you, so half to 3. The second one, as it's grappling, is going to try and bite you instead. Uh, 20, which does hit. Actually, did we say it hits? Yeah, it does hit. Okay. Yep. Which is slightly different. Does less damage. 2 points of piercing, so 1, and 8 points of necrotic damage.
So 9 total.
So 9 points total. And that one's just gonna grab hold of you. This one's probably on your shoulder. The one on Senager is gonna keep attacking him. It's actually gonna try and grapple him as well. It's gonna grapple. It's going to make a bite attack.
Wisdom save, please.
Oh, yes. I'll do that as well.
Like gonna roll crap damage again.
Yep, go for it. So -1. 16.
Yep.
What's your...
It's 15 minus the 5.
So it passes. So it's going to take half of this. 3d8s. Oh, that's decent damage. And it's going to take half, so it's only going to take 5 points of damage. Which on this one actually is enough before it actually can do damage, as it's like grappled hold of him and then it just sizzles and just burns away around Senager. He kind of just looks around, it's like, just gives you a thumbs up.
Hashtag.
3 in front of Savant actually have to make checks as well, don't they? So I'll do top going down. So 1. Wow. Okay. 2 is going to fail, and 3 failed as well. So the top one succeeds, takes 5. The other 2 take the 11. The one that slashed. Alright, one of them's looking horribly wounded. The other one is finally taking some damage. Actually, no, both of them looking wounded, actually, sorry. Because they both got slashed by Ethelmore. But they're still going to make attacks. 2 on you, Savant, and 1 is going to be on Ethelmore. So the first 2 on you.
At least he can do his reaction now.
Yeah, so you'll do on the second one. Because the first one's the top, which is going to miss. The second one is going to hit. For 7 points. And Ithamore's going to try and slash him in a retribution. Ooh. I think Fortune crits on a 19. That's one that actually I need to check.
I don't know.
Did the music just stop? I think the music just
I
stopped.
can still hear.
Okay, it just stopped for me, random. Okay, just need to load Ethan's character sheet. Damn it! The character sheets take too long. It's because you guys have so many words on them.
Who sorts that?
Yeah. I think mine is the cleanest one because Samantha is after The power degrade, the nerfing. I guess it would be it. So.
The nerfing.
Well, when you thought, oh, we have too many magical items. So no less magical items.
No, okay, it isn't. It's just when it does grow. Okay, it's fine. So still going to be damage, which, unfortunately, is still pretty decent. Unfortunately, I roll a 1. Okay. Which actually still was enough to kill that one. Okay. Because it was actually weakened twice over. The one's going to attack Ithamore. With a 10 and miss. Alright. All that's left is the 2 between Booker and Ublan. They're both probably going to go for...
7.
I've done serums, didn't I? Or did I not?
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did.
Yeah, because one's grappling her. Yeah, one's gonna go for Booker, the one closest. The other one's gonna go for you, Ulan.
Okay.
So 1 each. I'll do one first. Makes things easier. Boop. 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Even with haste?
Pardon, sorry?
Even with haste?
Oh, haste adds how much to my AC?
2.
Yeah.
I thought you knew everything about it.
Sorry, I completely forgot about that bit. That was the main reason for me wanting it as well. Because it's not more AC.
So
no,
does
because my braces aren't working. Well, even with my braces, I'd still only be at 23.
Okay, so it's just hits. Alright. I think this one's actually going to grapple you. It's going to grapple Booker as well. And then he has to try and make another attack with a bite. It kind of latches onto you and doesn't. As it's kind of trying to gnaw.
Wait, so the 23 wasn't an attack.
It's a grapple, yeah.
So I get to.
It's a monster one, so it kind of just latches onto you.
Oh, it's a grapple attack, right?
Yeah, grapple attack instead of a grapple check. But you can still knock it off if you need to.
Yeah.
It's going to do the same to Booker. So jumps up and misses. Okay. That ends their turn. Ithamore literally just needs to hit to kill this one. Question is, can he? No, he can't. Even with a +8. Wow. Second attack. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he just needs to roll minimal damage to kill this one. And he does.
He has a offhand.
He does have a hand, which he's going to move across and strike at the one next to Senator. Actually, he's going to do flanking just to get advantage for this. Because I need it.
Oh,
25, okay. Hmm?
But Ithamore got an other thing. I don't remember what it does.
An other thing.
That's very descriptive. His aura, yeah.
Yes.
Aura protection? Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't have his buff aura.
No. And that takes way too many things for me to remember.
Oh, well, I don't remember what it does.
The aura is a +2 to is the plus charisma bonus to save.
Yeah.
And can't be frightened within 10 feet.
Oh, actually, that one's dead. What am I doing? The one on Senator's dead, so it moves to the one next to you, Savant. And strikes out.
He can flank.
He can flank, actually, yeah. I will do that.
I'm threatening with my,
He's gonna. What did he roll first? He rolled a 17 first anyway, so yeah.
This is the 25.
Yeah, it's the 25. So it's still gonna hit. I think that one has taken damage. I did half that one, so plus 14 points of damage.
Susceptible to poison.
No, that actually does kill that one. And that one dies as well. As it comes around and just cleaves through its back and just drops in front of you, Cement. As you like had your shield ready to go and just collapses.
Shield breaker, yeah, let's do
Seraphina, at this point you've rolled 2 of them, I believe. This is the 3rd one. So just roll 1 more, and this is basically an average check for Arcana. If you may.
If I can find.
If you can find, it's probably the top one.
Yeah, I scrolled down.
23, yeah. Yeah, at this point, it's kind of flowing into your head at this point, and you're like, okay, I remember everything that's been, you've spoken to Arkin about, and you've seen the diagrams that Sechiko's given you at this point. You still got a little while to go on this, but you can't stop. You need to carry on going. Yeah.
Okay, so action, bonus action, hasted action. Okay, so first attack is.
No, that was 3 actions. But okay.
No, well, attack.
There we go.
Bonus, where I can technically attack twice.
There you go.
And so technically it's 5 attacks, but I was copying Liam for comedy value. Anyway.
Done.
So first bow attack on that guy.
Go for it. 18. The second one's going to miss, but the 18 does hit for 8 points of damage.
Is that enough to kill him?
This one hadn't taken damage actually from Aaron's aura, I believe.
Okay.
That's the invincible one.
Yeah, that's the invincible one. But you do 8 points of damage.
Okay. Second archery shot on this guy down here. I should be able to get him, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. They're not actually that tall because they're kind of crouched down.
Right, so that's
Ooh.
that would be 22 damage.
That's 22 points of damage. That hasn't taken damage yet, but actually, is that one? No, it hasn't. So 22 points of damage as you just slam into it, as it looks from being fine to oh my gosh, I got shot twice. I'm about to die. Bonus action.
Die, not dead.
Not dead.
Okay, so I'm going to flurry of blows, and with Fist of Unbroken Air, I'm punching. Why is that doing that guy?
That guy, go for
So.
First one for 9 points.
Does that hit guy?
Yep.
Does 9 kill him?
No.
Okay, so this is the. I'm going to attack this guy in front of me.
Yep. He's technically grappling you, like grabbed hold of like one of your legs.
Yeah. So I'm like Fist of Unbroken Airing him in the face, I guess. I'm gonna hero dice that.
Go for it.
There were 15 was their AC, right?
Yes.
From what you remember, yes. And
So
that's a
that-
5. That's a 17. It's gonna hit.
And I'm gonna spend another key point to knock him back 10 feet.
Which one was this? That one. Yeah.
That's grappling me, so he's now over.
How much? 10 points? Ooh.
10 feet, yeah.
Yeah, he's looking
then
bad.
My hasted action.
And he's
I'm
prone.
going to turn southwards, and
Okay.
I'm going to use my breath weapon.
Ooh. Alright.
Which, if
Is
I
a
click
dex
on
save.
my token, I have a thingy for it.
Oh.
When Roll20 stops lagging. Breath weapon. That's pitiful, but that's 7 damage to
There's 2 in the line.
those 2 on the line, yeah.
They do have to attempt to make a dex save, which is not their strong suit. Whoops, that's a D200. That is wrong. First one is going to save. Second one is going to save. Wow, I rolled pretty high on that.
What's the DC against? for the
Yours
breath?
is con, I believe.
8 plus con plus proficiency, so 8 plus 10 plus, so 14. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, so I guess they take.
So they both take 3, which on the first one actually kills it, as it's been slashed pretty badly by Seren already, and you just singe into it. Actually, yeah, roll your d100 to see which type it was.
That's true.
Let's have a look. Ooh, this time it's lightning.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, you singe it as the smell of burnt flesh covers the air now. That was your action. Second, yeah, it was your last action. Nice. Yeah, all of them are looking really wounded after that. Aaron.
Hi.
The divine light has diminished the forces in this area. What are you doing?
I will move. And I will stab.
Attempt to stab the invincible one?
No, not attempt. Actually do it.
Alright, let's see it.
What's my roll again?
We said 6.
Okay.
Really? Why do you not have a button for this? I will put one on your character sheet in the break.
Damn it!
He is invincible. As again, and he's not even looking at you. He's looking at Booker. But somehow you just.
That's just a test. Let me just test because apparently I have this. Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do have a spare. Spare +2. Yeah. Never mind. But yeah, Senator is going to assist in this matter and come running with the Warhammer. And with one good swing. Yeah, that's one's already taken damage. And I will roll damage because it's 1d10. 2d10. What's his +1. Ooh. As you miss, the dwarf just comes running past, and then just like batter swings through its back, and it just kind of just bends in this horrible angle, and then just kind of just painfully just screeches as it just collapses. It's pretty much had its spine bent inwards on itself. That's how you do it. Savant.
Hi, here I am.
You can attempt to do something. There's 4 still in your line of sight. That was just in your range as well, wasn't it?
Nope, I had 5 feet more.
Oh, you had 5 more feet. Alright then. Go for it.
I get mad.
This one hasn't taken too much damage, but go for it. Yeah, you stab into that thing with 11 points of damage.
Let's see if it dies first.
It doesn't die, but you pierce through it, and it's looking pretty bad. Oh, with another 5 points. So 16.
Does it die?
No. Oh.
Well, it
is
applies to it.
coughing up blood. It's just like.
The ensnaring strike, so whenever its turn comes, it will have 2 damage.
Oh, you're staring as well. Bonus action. Alright. With a +2, that kills it.
What do you mean? I did it. It's been.
Oh, because you haven't hit anything.
since I cast it.
Oh. I forgot you haven't hit anything. Yeah, no. You finally release.
3 turns holding it.
You finally release, and with the vines striking up and then tying around it, they snap and break bones across its arms and legs, and it just collapses into the ground, being pulled down through the earth as it just. You did something. You did something.
I'm gonna take a step and strike again and miss.
Let me move those bodies for you. Boop.
Or crit, apparently.
Ooh, there we go. Doing damage. See, all those misses made up.
Okay, from now on out, the gunsling is now going to use a gun, or crossbow is going to go with a rapier all the time.
Nice, nice.
Works.
To be fair, Percy went through one of those phases as well.
He did.
Your gun got like broken after one shot anyway.
Yeah.
He has got like 2 broken guns at this point. But 8 points of damage is a good start. But that does end your turn, I believe.
Yes.
We need to get you Van Helsing's crossbow.
Yes.
Booker is going to try and redeem himself now.
I'm just going to say it out loud because I can't type it. The backstory is he lived on the surface a lot of the time. He hunted deer. I have a range of 1,000 feet. Like I can kill things in that distance normally.
Only in 1,000 feet. This is too close for you. Booker's going to... Yeah, he's going to do an advantage shot on the closest one.
Well, it doesn't have to that you see that far normally.
Ooh. Nice. Didn't do it with advantage, so I probably should have. Just to see if it was a 20 or not. It's not, so I'll take the 19. And damage. That one hasn't taken damage yet from the aura, but it is now heavily wounded. 16 points. He's going to do a second shot on the other one, which is not an advantage. It's 21 though. 4. Ooh, another 16 points of damage. Both of those are looking bad. He has a third shot, so he's going to... what's his vision? You can't see that yet, can he? No. Okay. So he's just going to help you deal with that last one. Next to you, Svant. And hit. Can he do more than 11 points of damage? And he does 12.
Right. I totally forgot.
Oh.
I did roll Constitution, I think, but I did forget to roll my sanity check to see if I die or not.
Oh, from your heart attack. You got attacked once, didn't you?
Yes, and this is the second one. That just make it. No, I now have a heart attack.
You're like, I thought it's 3 times.
3 times, yes.
Yeah.
I
So
thought I
you,
have a heart attack.
yeah, you're getting close. He shots down one of them. The 2 of them look pretty wounded. Seren.
Okay.
He's killed one of them. He's left 2 of them wounded for you.
Has Seren said anything about the approaching people?
Yes, I shouted approaching
Okay.
behemoth and golems.
Okay.
That
And I
actually,
would have specified the tentacly bot one.
Seren actually moved back because they're probably going to die in a second. Actually, because I forgot Daniela's turn.
Fine.
Sorry.
This means you can charge in at the big things. That's the plane.
Okay.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And she's just going.
I'm running so much now.
Probably.
I have 90 movement speed.
She's gonna just do a thing, and they have to make a dex save because she's not gonna spell spell slots until. Of course, it succeeds. Okay, so it takes no damage. She tries to acid splash the 2 of them. Misses. But so they're still alive, Seren.
Okay. So I will take a quick step. What the fuck just happened?
You stepped underneath her.
No. I can still see me. I can't. My character. Okay. Oh my god, my character sheet is doing something stupid. Pardon me. What the actual fuck?
I think the server's really laggy today.
Probably.
Okay.
I think it has to do with the update to their mainframe about the advanced shading system.
I haven't got it on, so it shouldn't. But never
No,
mind.
but it's still in the program.
True.
Okay.
Plotted
Okay.
programming.
Give me just a moment. I'm gonna close the sheet and reopen it. See if that helps.
All right.
It did. Okay, good. It was just a momentary glitch. Moving on.
Making 2
Take
attacks.
1 attack on each of them. Yep.
Go for it. They are looking wounded, so it's not going to take much to take him down. And that's not going to hit them.
Yeah, that's okay.
As the first one misses him, but you go for the second swing on the other one, which does catch this one for 13 points of damage, which kills the second one. But there's one remaining. However, at the start of his turn, he has to make a wisdom save. And that's a fail. If you would, Aaron. Oh, that's... Yeah, he turns to ash. He literally turns to ash and vaporizes as he's about to turn around and use Aaron and just dust. How about we take a break here, actually? Because we've somehow done an hour and 2 hours already. And we'll come back to their round.